Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be talking about what happened to Crystal Lake. You know that show that was going to be like a prequel to the Friday the 13th movies or like a reboot? What happened to that show? Where is it? And are we still getting it? Let's jump in. So I'm going to give my age away a little bit here, guys. I was a kid of the 80s. And as a kid of the 80s who loved horror, my nightmares were filled with Jason. I loved Friday the 13th, but God, he scared me when I was a kid. To the point that I wouldn't even consider going to summer camp because I just knew that if I went to camp, he would be there and come out of the lake and just like, well, he would do things to me that would probably get me in trouble on YouTube for saying. So when the show was announced, man, I was like on cloud nine. I was so happy that finally this franchise was going to be coming back. And then, we haven't heard much other than Adrienne King, who played the final girl in the original movie, was cast. So, we don't know who she's going to be. We don't know any other cast information. We know that the showrunner is going to be Brian Fuller. So, that's something to be excited about because he was amazing with Hannibal. So anyway, about once a week, I look on the internet trying to find anything about the show so I can bring it to you. I happened to find an article on Joe Blow today that references an article on Friday the 13th franchise. So we're going to talk about that and get into it. So the article from Friday the 13th franchise says, "We have learned recently that filming for the series is now targeting a summer 2024 start, which should kick off a slew of updates pertaining to the events surrounding Crystal Lake. The filming schedule was indeed delayed past March due to the writer's strike as well as other circumstances that look to have been resolved. Hopefully, everything lines up for a summer shoot so fans can finally start receiving regular updates. Yes, please." That was not in the article. That was just me saying, yes, please. When the show was first announced, Susan Rovner of NBC Universal Television and Streaming provided the following statement. "Friday the 13th is one of the most iconic horror franchises in movie history, and we're dying to revisit this story with our upcoming drama series, Crystal Lake. We can't wait to get to work with Brian Fuller, a gifted visionary creator who I've had the pleasure of being a longtime friend and collaborator. Along with our incredible partners at A24, this updated version for Peacock will thrill long-standing fans of the franchise." And I hope she's right. And what I mean by that is, man, at first I thought this was just going to be like Pamela's story and young Jason maybe witnessing his mother kill everyone because she thought he was dead, that he had drowned. But we're probably, and they've even said, that we're probably going to get to see a full-grown Jason. So how many seasons is this going to go? Peacock has given Crystal Lake a full season commitment with a penalty if they don't do a season 2. So it's basically at least a 2-season commitment. But Brian Fuller, who was thinking ahead, has already mapped out 4 seasons for the show. So with 2 seasons, and we don't know how many episodes are going to be in a season, but it would be really neat to see the, like maybe the first episode or first 2 episodes start with Pamela and maybe young Jason watching his mother go on this rampage and take out a whole camp because she thought that he drowned and that it was the counselor's fault. That's who she blames. And then move straight into younger Jason before he gets the mask and show him progress into this terror of just a killer with the mask and the machete and all the stuff that we love about Jason when he's still a living man. And then maybe at the end of the first season he gets killed and then we see him come back as this undead Jason. There's really so many possibilities, so many different ways they can go with this, and we're only going to learn more as we get closer to the summer apparently. And maybe by like late fall we can get a trailer. That would be amazing. I don't know how much post-production will go into the show, but maybe we can get it early next year. I don't, like I say, I don't know how much post-production or even, what goes into shooting a TV show like that. I don't know, but I'm trying to be realistic about a time frame. I would love to have it this fall, but I don't think that's possible. Yeah, and with the casting, the only thing I can think of that I think would be really neat would be if Adrienne King, who played the final girl in the original movie, was cast to play Pamela. That would be pretty amazing to see it kind of come like full circle, and or is that even the right term? Just that would be kind of ironic, to see her play that part, and I think she could totally do it. It would be amazing to see that. And as far as Jason, it would just be so awesome to see Kane Hodder reprise his role as Jason. But I don't know if he's too old or how he would feel about that. Another person that I think would be great for that part is Ryan Hurst. If you don't know, he played Beta in The Walking Dead, and he was terrifying in that. Even in a lot of ways, he was like a modern day Jason. He was this unstoppable force that you couldn't reason with. And I think, just the energy that he brought to that part, he would be amazing to see as an adult Jason, and could just be completely terrifying. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Kane Hodder would be better? Or do you think, can you see Ryan Hurst as like a new Jason, like a Jason for this show? I think he would be amazing. Do you think Adrian King would be a great Pamela? Who do you think would be a great Jason in the show as an adult Jason? And are you excited about the show filming this coming summer? I can't wait for it. I can't wait for more news about it, and I'll bring it right to you. So if you like this video and you like what I'm doing here on the channel, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.